How long does it take to learn a language? Hey guys, today's video was highly requested, and I mean wow, super requested. Today, I'll be sharing with you how long does it take to learn a language for an American speaker. So I won't be talking about one language specifically. I'll be talking about them in general. But if you want me to focus on one language, then comment it down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, that way you get notified whenever I post new language videos. And wait till the end because I'm going to share with you some tips to make the whole language learning process go a lot faster. First, we need to understand what fluency means. So the US government uses a scale, the Interagency Language Roundtable Scale, or the ILR, and they use it to evaluate employees and diplomats that want to work for the FSI, or the Foreign Service Institute. This is a scale that we will be using, and it has 5 levels. Level 0, no proficiency. Level 1, elementary proficiency. Number 2, limited working proficiency. Number 3, professional working proficiency. Level 4, full professional working proficiency. And number 5, native or bilingual proficiency. So you need to decide what fluent means to you. But today, in this video, I'm going to call fluent level 3. So level 1 is where everybody starts, of course. And elementary proficiency means that you're able to form some sentences, making mistakes, but that you aren't able to use future or past tense, and that you don't know much about slang. Limited working proficiency means that you're able to have a good conversation with someone and that you still don't know how to use all of the tenses. And then of course, as you get better, you know more and you know more about tenses, you know more about speaking like a native and so on. But I'm going to be calling level 3 fluent because that means that you're able to have a good conversation, you know most of the tenses, and you're able to just live there. Imagine we just put you in that country, you would be able to survive. So you might be thinking, if they divided fluency into different levels, then maybe they did the exact same thing with languages, and you are correct. The Foreign Service Institute believes that determining the difficulty of a language helps calculate how long it will take to learn it. So these are the categories that they created. Category 1. This includes languages that are closely related to English, like Swedish, Dutch, Afrikaans, French, Spanish, Italian, Portuguese, and so on. Mastering these languages will take around 575 hours to 600 hours, or 23 to 24 weeks. Category 2 includes the languages that are somewhat different to English, for example, German, and it will take around 750 hours or 30 weeks to reach fluency. Category 3. In this category, we have the languages that are linguistically different to English, such as Swahili, Indonesian, and Malaysian. And it will take around 900 hours or 36 weeks. Category 4 includes the languages that have significant linguistic differences compared to English, such as Bulgarian, Hungarian, Hindi, and Thai. And these will take around 1,100 hours or 44 weeks. And lastly, we have Category 5. And this one includes the languages that are the most difficult for English speakers, such as Mandarin, Chinese, Japanese, and Korean. And these will take around 2,200 hours or 88 weeks. As you can tell, The most difficult and the most different languages are the ones that take the longest to learn and to reach fluency, which makes sense. But keep in mind that this is only one way at looking at a language when there's actually a lot of factors, but this is still a great way to start. And I wanted to let you guys know that even if you don't speak English or English isn't your native language, which I'm sure you guys do understand English because you're able to watch this video in English, you can still use this system, but just the opposite. So let me explain. So the reason that category 1 is the easiest and that takes the least amount of time is because those languages are the closest to English. Maybe they share the same alphabet, they share the same grammar, and they share the same cognates and that kind of stuff. So as an American or an English speaker, learning Italian would take me around 500 to 600 hours. But if I was an Italian speaker and I wanted to learn English, then it would take the same amount of time. Or if I was a Mandarin speaker, which if I'm an English speaker, it would take me around 2,200 hours. And as a Mandarin speaker, I wanted to learn English, then it would be the exact same thing, just the opposite. Does that make sense? Now I'm going to share with you some tips to make the whole language learning process go a lot faster. Number 1, don't rush. So I don't expect you to be learning and studying 24 hours a day to be able to learn Spanish in 600 hours and in 24 weeks. That is completely unrealistic, and it won't actually help you learn that language because you need to let your brain process the information. Tip number 2, take frequent breaks and don't try and study all at the same time. So instead of studying 3 hours a day in just one sitting, I recommend you to divide it into 4. Maybe study 4 times for 30 minutes. That way, like I just said, your brain will be able to process the information, and that way you're starting with the right mindset. Because after a while, your brain does get tired of just sitting down and studying. So if you give your brain some breaks, it will be able to be fresh when you're learning that language. Tip number 3, full immersion. Take advantage of the internet and pretend like you're living in that country. For example, if you're learning French, then pretend like you're living in France. Read the newspaper in French, watch TV shows in French, listen to music in French, read books in French, do your homework in French. If you like to read about plants, then read about plants in French. Do as much as possible in French. That way your brain is constantly going to be working in French and going to be thinking about French and going to be able to get information and vocabulary and learn about grammar constantly, and you're really going to be able to learn that language. Number 2, set goals. If you don't set goals, then you aren't really going to have the right plan and you're going to be wasting a lot of time, which won't help you learn a language faster. So I have 3 videos that will help you out with setting your goals and achieving them. I will leave them in the information icon up here and in the description box down below. Number 5, speak a lot. Constantly be speaking in that language, even if you make a whole bunch of mistakes. Making mistakes will actually help you improve a lot faster, but I know that might be a setback. But still speak. Talk in your target language. This will really help you speed up the whole language learning process. Well guys, that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell notifications. That way you get notified whenever I post new language videos. And comment down below what language you're learning and what videos you want me to post to help you with that language. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!